We're back in the house. What we got going on here?
We have a mystery board. We have a Hamilton real estate mystery board. Will she get it sold? What else is good here? Who will get it sold? It's just like silly stuff. But the amount of detail and attention we put into it, well, Jan put into it, one of our roommates. It's kind of cool. And over here, we have my tripod set up. You already saw this.
Yeah.
You know. But a new development, my computer's falling apart.
Oh, I
So
didn't even see the tape.
I have to tape this together, but it's no problem. And I have the glove under my laptop. So
Yo, I didn't even see the glove.
Bro, what?
Nah.
A new computer costs $1,000, so I'm not going to be doing that.
Damn, bro. You did the tape and the bro. What happened? You dropped it?
I was skateboarding like 3 months ago, and I just fell in it. Like it kind of cracks and causes some actual problems.
Oh.
And I need tape and a glove to make sure.
That's crazy. Now the tape is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. All right, guys. This is the third take because the audio just decides to keep fucking up
It is what it is.
or whatever. I don't
It is
know,
what it is.
bro. If it fucks up again, bro.
We're just heading home. We're just heading home. No,
I was just headed home, bro. It just wasn't meant to be, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to happen.
Honestly, bro. Currently getting the heat fixed, huh?
Yes, our thermostat stopped working, and we have a friendly gentleman here to help us with our thermostat.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll appear on camera at some point. Maybe. No, he will not be appearing on camera at any point in time.
But that's crazy though. So you guys really woke up. It was mad cold.
Yeah.
And you get sick or no?
No, I didn't get sick. I've been congested for the past 3 days. But you know what's funny?
What?
I'm taking this nasal decongestant, and it says do not use continuously for more than 3 days. And I've been using it for 5 days.
Bro,
And
so
it's,
go
like,
see the
serious.
doctor. Like, what are you doing, bro?
No. Because the doctors are like low-key like, no. Okay, this is the whole spiel I have, right? I feel like doctors low-key like don't care about
Oh no,
like,
100%.
their patients. You know what I'm saying? I went to the
100%.
doctor for my MCL injury, right? I want to keep talking about MCL injury. I don't even care. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. I go there and he gives me pain medications. And you know how you like recover from MCL exercises? It's not by like taking pain medications.
It's like
and waiting for it
physio.
to go. You have to do active physio from day
Yeah.
one. Bro said, it's just a sprain. You know what? Here's some like muscle like relaxants. And I'd be like, okay, thanks. And then I'd like when they like finished, I was like, oh, I still hurt. I feel like where I started. Stuff
You know what
on
it
my
is?
YouTube
Because I feel
recommended.
like doctors are so overwhelmed to the point where it's like they just try to like brush you off the side.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like if
Absolutely.
you're not dying,
Yeah.
you're fine. You know?
No, he had like 8 more patients in the room.
You just try to get you out of there.
Oh my god! You know what I also thought? I saw at the waiting room.
What?
There's this girl who had a UTI, and she no. But I haven't got to the kicker. She went to the clinic with her dad, and I was like, "That is
Wait,
some like
wait, what?
cohesive family bonding right there." Yeah, she was
Whoa.
like, "Dad, I have an UTI. Could we go to the thing together?" I'm like, "That's crazy," because like peep that. You know what I'm saying? Like peep that. Her dad's like, "Damn, you're like that for real."
You see? What? Yo, that's
Yeah.
a very caring dad. You know,
Yeah, that's
for
what
him
I'm
to
saying.
even come, that is wow. This is our third time
So
recording the
we're
same.
saying like the same things, so it's just like.
It might sound new to you guys, but this is actually our third time. But
Yeah. Problem with billionaires, essentially, I feel like people don't understand that wealth inequality is basically growing, and it's because like tax cuts have been framed in a way that people think it's good for everybody. They're like,
oh no,
they're like,
no.
wait, I don't want you to be taxing my $13.50 I'm making an hour, but it's like. We need tax to like support public infrastructure systems like the roads and healthcare and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the fact that they keep like having these loopholes for billionaires to like escape them is kind of like a problem. And even like the idea of a billionaire in general is also a problem, allowing
kinda
one person
breezy.
to hold so much wealth.
Bro, what would you do with $1 billion?
I don't even know. I'm like the most minimalist person. Like we refuse to move out of this house because our rent is $425. You know what my brother's rent was?
much?
$345.
How?
That's what I said. Like inflation didn't catch up with it.
Wait, during COVID too?
No, bro. My second year here, my rent was $345. Like I could have been doing whatever.
Bro,
I could have been like picking
3, 6,
pennies up
9.
the sidewalk and still.
Bro, you know in Toronto it's like a grand, right?
No, it's crazy.
That's like for you. It's like 4 months to get there.
No,
So you're
absolutely. I thought about that
laughing.
every day of my life.
What?
when people literally had double my rent.
Okay, but wait, what's the catch though?
There was no catch. And the house was bigger than this one.
So wait, why?
Well, okay, there was a catch.
There has to be a catch. There's no way, bro.
The catch was the landlord was a bit...
Wait, about what?
How do I put it? So our door, which was super old, had like a little crack in it.
Yo,
like,
I seen TikToks of your door before. Wait, is your old place the one where like the roof was like touching, like your head was touching the ceiling?
Yes.
Bro, you guys literally like
about, I was Bilbo Baggins. I was like, it was so stupid. And then whatever it was with this door, right? It was a little broken.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "That's the real problem." He was like, "I don't know how you do things in Nigeria, but where we're from, we treat doors with like we don't just force them in." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "I don't know how it is in Nigeria, how Nigerians do it."
Yeah.
And he was just like being so weird about it. He was like, "Yeah." I literally like had to leave one of my classes and like ask him if we could like renew the lease, and bro was just cooking me the entire time and being like racist, and I'm just like, "What's going on?" But no, that's not even the kicker, okay?
What?
You don't know where we live now? This is his son's house. So, you know, you can never escape it.
No way, bro.
I'm not kidding. His son owns this house, and he owned the house that I previously lived at.
That's crazy.
I can't escape this, man.
You can't escape this man, bro. He But I mean, if the rent's that cheap though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, call me whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's $425. That's okay.
But it's kind of crazy though how rent isn't like that no more. Like for like not like here, but like, you know, in other places, especially in the Toronto.
No, I think that even like ties in with the topic about billionaires. It's like the real estate market is like one of the most mind-boggling things about like a capitalist system.
That's fucked.
Is the fact that just by sitting there, property will like increase in value every year.
Isn't that kind of
like,
crazy?
It's super crazy. And the fact that people treat like housing as a commodity as opposed to a place to live in. Like people will buy houses just to like flip them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's like, they're like, I don't
My
want...
uncle does that. He buys like a whole strip of condos and then flips it. Is that crazy? Must be nice, bro. I feel like the way things are right now, it's really hard for a middle-aged person to attain wealth or, you know, get some sort of wealth.
I feel like being like the working class.
Yeah, the working class, right? Because housing is like $1 million at this point, right? And you see like a lot of billionaires too. Like a lot of billionaires, they just reinvest their money by doing that shit.
Yeah, I think we wanted to tackle the idea that there's a billionaire culture and mindset.
Yeah.
And people look up to billionaires and think that their wealth is solely a product of their hard work.
Yeah.
Which is kind of,
I feel like
it's hard to believe.
I don't think there's anybody who's worked hard, like worked a regular job. They didn't do like any like entrepreneurship or whatever, like worked a regular 9 to 5 to get
It'll
to
never happen that
way. It's
way.
impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible. And this whole work hard mentality, like slaving your life away just to get to that status, when it's like really hard, it's like a small percentage. I don't know what the percentage is, but
they make up less than like 1% of the population, but they hold like at least like 60% of the wealth. In grade 10, you know, they taught us about like the Great Depression. And they made us, I feel like I don't know about you, Griffin, but they made us write like essays. They're like, what were the 4 causes of the Great Depression? And you have to do that stuff. And then I was reading this book with like several economic professors, and they're like, there were no several causes. It was like a bunch of mega billionaire titans held all the wealth, and the stock market crashed, and nobody had any money. You know what I'm saying? It was like predatory lending set up by like billionaire hedge funds that also caused this problem again in 2008. Stuff like that. After the first Great Depression happened, they started making laws to like restrict economic power of like the billionaires. Like they couldn't just be like creating a system where everything would eventually collapse.
But yeah,
you know, I mentioned this at some point. Like a depression or a recession is part of capitalism. Like for some reason, we've accepted that like, no, like in the capitalist cycle, it's supposed to be growth, depression. And no one's ever been like, hey, that seems kind of fucked.
Yeah, why is there depression in the first place?
Of people to eat shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so people started making laws to like make everybody chill out so they couldn't like fuck up the entire system.
Yeah.
So from like, I want to say the 40s to late 70s, taxing on the billionaires was actually quite high.
Yeah.
It was like rates of like 90% on marginal tax.
90?
Oh yeah. It's like marginal tax though. I don't know if that's the same as like income. Like it's whatever it was doing its job. I don't know the exact economic terms, but it was way higher, and it was called the Gilded Age. But towards the 80s, there was the movement, and you've heard of this kind of like movement that's like the trickle down, where it's like, guys, let's stop taxing billionaires, because if we stop taxing them, they'll create more jobs with the leftover money they have to give. So
that was that was the whole thing.
The greatest prank in the history of economics was the trickle down theory, because people were like, hey, if we stop taxing billionaires, we'll get more jobs for everybody. And guess what happened?
I mean, that is kind of technically true, but it's like the way.
No, it's not.
No.
No, it's not, and it never happened. In fact, it actually increased wealth inequality when they reduced the tax rates. Absolutely.
No, I'm not saying. I'm like, I don't know the whole issue. You're probably right. But I'm just saying, like, look at people like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, like those workers, right? He did create some type of jobs for them, but not like
he created the jobs where people have to work nonstop.
Yeah,
and have to piss
I
into
know.
a bottle,
I'm not
right?
saying it's right. I'm not saying it's
sure.
right. I'm not saying it's right. But that's kind of fucked up, though.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's it.
It's fixed.
Just like that.
Awesome sauce. Thank you. Oh, that's so lit sauce.
Damn, I guess you
Getting it fixed.
this guy will not be sleeping in the cold no more. Do you think billionaires should be abolished?
First of all, you can't really like abolish a singular person because
No,
they can't be
100%.
produced if the system to make it was not in place, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like whenever you critique capitalism, you'll have the capitalism dick riders like, yeah, but it's better than every other economic system. And it's like, okay, first of all, that's not true, and there are better alternatives.
Yeah.
But our whole life, we've grown up within the system of capitalism. We literally cannot imagine any other alternatives and shit like that.
Facts.
But also at the same time, if I had that wealth, I feel like it's not about what I would want. I just feel like it shouldn't be possible to accumulate that kind of wealth and profit so much off of other people's labor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Because billionaires can't profit without having like, they have to have you do work and then pay you a bit less than the value you're providing. Because how else are they going to make money? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
If they paid you how much value you provided,
They would not be
net
billionaires.
nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the second you like deep that, you're like, wait,
That's kinda
what the fuck?
fucked up, yeah. So I think then the question should be like the laws that implement like working, like minimum wage, for example. Right?
Absolutely. It has
Those
to,
should definitely be changed or like reworked or whatever to the point where like somebody's not getting overworked, right? Because you see it all the time, bro. Like
you shouldn't have to work so hard to fucking like live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing with billionaires is that, I mean, they don't have to work. They're working, but they shouldn't be making billions for what? Because you know the people who are like the most billionaires, most of them are hedge fund managers.
Yeah.
Do you know what they do? They walk into an office and they're like, let's bet on this stock today. And they have insider information too. Like they already know what stocks are about to go up and they're like, okay, trade on these. And then when they get fined for insider trading, they
Wait,
just
is that
pay
actually
it off.
illegal?
This is actually true. It's illegal to insider trade, but a lot of them
so
make their wealth off of that.
wait, hold on. Re-explain it. So you
Like, remember the Wolf of Wall Street guy?
yeah.
That guy was like playing with people's money. And you know that guy got like 5 years in prison and then was back out?
Yeah.
But a man will be caught for weed and sentenced to life in prison? That's
kinda-
all I'm saying,
that's kinda
bro.
crazy.
That's all I'm saying. And then they'll charge them like these fines, which they just pay off with the money they made. Just like,
That's what I was talking about before. Like, bro, they can literally pay off every fine to the point where it doesn't affect, because the fine is
doesn't
supposed to be a
affect
type of punishment where it's like you're losing something. You're not losing anything.
anything.
If the fine doesn't really affect your income, then did you really lose?
Why we're supposed to increase taxes on billionaires is because if you give too much money to one person, you have to understand our system is not like you go to the polls, you vote, a law gets passed.
That's not how.
Gone are the days of where that ever existed. Now the richest corporations will pay money to lobbyists, and lobbyists are the ones who will be like, hey, government, could you make these rules to benefit the people who are paying us to talk to you? And that's how laws get made. So
kinda
to that
fucked up.
extent, you have to find a way to reduce the amount of political power these people have because of the wealth that they have.
Yeah.
That's the point of taxing billionaires. Because right now they're just like making more rules to make the economic system worse for working class Americans.
Then
Or,
better-
I mean,
then
like
better for,
general
like-
North Americans.
For, like billionaires right now. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about the people who earned it versus
I'm listening.
the
Yeah.
people who didn't earn it, right? So the people who earned it, I'm pretty sure there's billionaires who like literally just made money off like selling their product.
Like
right?
having one product. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
At some point, their product became like a monopoly. Like they were able to consistently make money off that product because they got a patent or copyright.
But yo, I don't think there's no, I agree with that, but I don't think there's any way of avoiding that. Like I don't think you can be a billionaire without being in some part of monopoly. Like without
Oh, absolutely. Like there's like certain things you need to be like hedge fund managers make up to like
Yeah.
30 or 60% of them insider trading.
Yeah.
The people who have a product have patents, copyrights from the government, and have like a monopoly to bully out small business owners and competitors.
Good example.
So in every point in time, it's like, damn.
Yeah, good example right now actually. So we have Bell, Telus, and Rogers, right?
Oh yeah.
3 major telecom companies in Canada, sorry. And these guys will not let any other competitor come in. Like our phone rates are so high, bro. I went to the UK like a month ago, bro. 100 gigs for 15 pounds, which is
I never understood
which is
that.
like 18 bucks in Canadian or 20 bucks.
Absolutely. It's crazy.
You know why though? Because the government in the UK, like there's certain laws that prevent a monopoly. Like you literally can't overcharge.
No, it's called antitrust and competition,
Yeah.
and that's what we need over here.
And I feel like Canada's slacking in that.
We've been slacking.
Like that's why shit is so expensive, bro. Fuck,
No,
bro.
literally.
Bro, there's no way. Because think of it. Eventually, you're just trying to own a house, right? You're gonna own a house, own a car. What else? What else do you need?
Oh, fucking own a house, own a car, PS5.
PS5. Shit. But I'm talking about like the essentials, right?
That I said the essentials.
Actually, yeah, no, PS5 is actually essential. Yeah.
Anyways, billionaires did not earn all of their money, and it's not unfair to tax them because they had to exploit people and they had to use the infrastructure provided by like society.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say you made all of your wealth independent in a vacuum and can be like,
Yeah.
I did this on my own. You know what I'm
They really
saying?
didn't. They just abused the
Like you
societal
needed water to
systems.
stay alive
Yeah.
and drink water. And you needed roads to get to your fucking workplace.
Wait, that's actually a good analogy.
I don't
Hold
think
on.
you built any of those.
That's actually
So it's
very-
hard to say that they're using like none of the systems that, you know, they should be paying for or contributing to.
Yeah.
And when they're not like taxed in a fair way,
Yeah.
whatever fucking fair means.
Fair. I don't know. I don't even know at this point, bro, to be honest. But things definitely do need to change.
Yeah, because the
Hopefully for
working
better,
class wage has not like risen.
bro. The next couple years, if the shit doesn't change, bro, I might have to move. Yeah, system benefiting billionaires, not yeah, not good.
Not good. What? Why'd you hesitate?
Yeah, let me say it again. Let me say it.
No. It's done.
Anyways, guys, this is episode.
Morty. Morty.
Bro,
This
this
is
guy has
episode
a
11.
Rick
Morty.
and Morty thing, bro. I don't even know.
Jeez, I can't. Jeez.
Yo, this is episode 11. Yo, what the fuck, bro? If you guys enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe.
Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification for more content. I know we've been slacking on the uploads. You know, it's the new year. We'll definitely try our best. You know, we got a lot of things we're working on. All right, guys, deuces.